So I'm recapping here on a concept from the last session, the session we were talking about overcoming overwhelm, overcoming procrastination, and everything else. So, and starting things for the first time. So I introduced for the first time here on the on this program the concept of the poised self. So our mind works by repetition. I need to recap that with you because this is really important thing, especially for today's topic. It's really, we are building here the core, we're doing here some groundwork. So your poised self. So what it is. So basically what it looks like. So it's basically being drama free. So you say, I know what's best in me. I know what my values are. I can always know how to contribute when I am aligned with who I am and what my purpose is. I know where I want to land. My values will help me to choose my paths. I don't need to have all the answers now. All I need to do is know the step I need to take. I trust my ability to figure anything out. I have done it before. I can do it again as needed. I am open to listen and to receive. Having mentors and aligned people around me is key to drive my destination. So basically is like being I say drama free because we all have that inside us, but we basically listen to those terrorist thoughts and that embeds drama in the way we should be feeling, right? Inside what would be our poised self. So it's basically knowing who you are, where you want to go, and through your through honoring who you are and how you feel every step of the way, taking action one step at a time, focusing on the step that you're in, not thinking too much ahead. I mean, have a vision is great, it's important, we need to have a vision, to have a plan, but on a day-by-day basis, if we already know the next step that we need to take, that's already a great thing to have. That's what's really important, to know that this is where you need to land, where you need to go, and knowing the next step towards that, and knowing that decision is based upon your own value. That's something beautiful. That's something huge. There are small decisions that we do every day. Like, you know, have you ever heard about, are you deciding by love, moved by love, or by fear? That's the gist of it. Are you doing it because you believe in that, or because you're fearing, you're in the fear of missing out? You think that you shouldn't, or I mean, everybody does this way, you have to do it that way too. You need to want that thing too, because I mean, how come you do not want that? So the poised self is really being like, is being embodied on who you are. So, and this is a process, right? So I don't want to get encouraged because you say, oh, this is really easy. I mean, easy to say, on paper, it's beautiful. It looks very simple, and but life is not drama free. It's tough to not feel. What do I do with my feelings? I want you to think of this as a process goal. If every day you get more close to your poised self, that's the goal. That's your goal for life. The enlightenment goal that I mentioned to you. This is what you should be looking out, really. The version of you that really embodies wholly who you are, like getting rid of all those layers, everything that is not you, recognizing every time, this is not me, this belief is not mine. I inherited it, or I borrowed from somebody else that I admired for some reason. So what is not your poised self? Here is what I call your poisoned self, because you can choose to be poised, owning who you are and honoring who you are, and work towards that, or you can choose to keep poisoning yourself, really literally, because you will feel that in your body. It goes when something goes around our body feels it. We get sick. Our body language talks. So remember from last session, I mentioned about the drama triangle, the victim, the martyr, the prosecutor mode that we have. So basically, the poisoned self is allowing yourself to allow the gremlins, like the victim gremlin, the terrorist gremlin, and the savior, the martyr, to take in, basically comparing yourself to everybody else, thinking that your neighbor's life is better than yours, everybody else's life is better than yours. You look at social media, their lives are perfect, your life is not. Everybody makes more money than you, everybody's more recognized, you work so hard. This is really frustration. This is really like you getting poised and poisoned, and like telling yourself that you cannot do it. I mean, how can you move forward? How can you grow telling yourself and feeding these kind of thoughts? That's why I really say poison it, because there is no other way to achieve poise if you keep poisoning yourself every day with these empowering thoughts. Okay, so if you're looking at control at all the time, to have all the answers, if you keep blaming people for, you have that goal, that objective, you blame your husband, your boss, your kids for not achieving something in your life, you still blame your parents for whatever didn't go right in your life, for not doing something. We always have a choice. It's really tough to acknowledge that. But we always have a choice. Like as we grow up, as we have a certain independence, we always have a choice. And we allow people, we teach people on how to treat us. So whatever happens, we need to understand, you need to understand that there is like special, like this, as the drama triangle illustrates, there is no drama relationship without the other. So victim, martyr, prosecutor. So the villain, the victim, and the martyr, the savior. I mean, there is no one without the other. So, and we are all playing this part in different areas of our life with the different people that we are relating to. So every time you get yourself in one of these drama modes, you're not in your poised self. What you need to do is to integrate. So you're basically, as you're doing this drama, you're embracing the shadow part of the victim, of the martyr, or the villain, the persecutor. And what you should be looking at, after is integrating, by being assertive for the persecutor, on being for the victim, to owning your power and understanding that you have a decision on that. And for the martyrs is about asking for help, knowing that you can have that idea, you have good intentions, but all by yourself you can do only so much. So this is what I wanted to have a quick recap here. So I know it's repetitive, but believe me, this is core. You can just pass through all these and just move to new concepts. But if that's not really very well embedded in you, on the way you're thinking, if you do not watch out for these thoughts that will come to your mind every day, it's an exercise of get rid of them, of get rid of all these drama. So thinking that what's wrong with me, something goes wrong, it's not what can I do better, what is the lesson learned here, is what's wrong with me. So you're poisoning yourself, thinking that life is a test, that you have to do everything by yourself, that nobody understands you, nobody have been through that. We are millions of people, billions of people, and I'm pretty sure that there is somebody that in the whole human existence felt something similar than you, had an experience similar than you. We are in the age of internet. If you post something, do you feel like this? There will be like thousands of people that had that same experience. And as we start speaking up and having the courage to be vulnerable, share, of course, there are right forums for that. But the idea is that you start engaging with the right people, being open to receive and to learn, and as I said, this is a process goal. So it's not from one day to the other that you get rid of these thoughts. But what we are doing here is getting awareness. The training piece here is all on the awareness, our like conscious mind here. So get awareness of all these saps, of all these thoughts that come out. And every time they come out to you, realize that you're poisoning yourself. And what is the integration that you need to do on the drama here, the drama queens that are playing? What is the integration that needs to be done? What is the light that you need to shine here over these shadow thoughts? Okay, so this is a process goal. Every day you getting closer and closer to your poised self, right? So